Welcome to Whiskey's a Journey. My name is Peter Fasciano.
And I am Mary Bridget Fasciano, Peter's, I was going to say
Sister.
favorite sister. I was going to like throw that in there,
I can't do that. So this is another Sip It or Skip It episode. Every Wednesday, I have a randomized wheel of everything. I have a randomized wheel with all of my whiskeys in there. We're going to spin the wheel, whatever it selects. We're going to pull it off the shelf, do a quick review, let you know if we're going to keep sipping on the bottle until it's gone and replace it because we like it, or
we're going to skip buying it again because we didn't particularly care for it and replace it with something different.
So if that sounds good to you and you're not subscribed to the channel and you watch this video and you end up liking it, do me a favor and subscribe. Just there's a little icon down there. Just go ahead and click on that.
Click, click.
And before we spin, I also need to let you know that I do have a December giveaway happening. So if you are interested in that, read the rules to that giveaway in the description below.
All right.
All right.
Here's
here
the
we
fun
go.
part. I
Let's
get
go
to
ahead and
spin the wheel.
it. And cross your fingers and hopefully it's not a peated scotch.
I'm going to be brave, and if it is, I'm going to say let's stick to it, unless it ends up being like super peated. Ben Holladay, 6 bottled in bond.
Yeah, so Ben Holladay, 6-year-old, bottled in bond. This is actually a newer bottle for us.
Okay.
I think I did already review this in a single bottle episode. So let me go ahead and grab it, pour it, see how it's changed for me over the past couple of months, and then we'll let you know if it's a sip or a skip.
All right.
Be right back.
From what I'm learning from you and my memory, which is super bad, in order to be, is this the one where in order to be bottled in bond, it has to be 100 proof? Exactly 100
Yep.
proof? Yes. Did I do it?
You did it.
Okay.
So 100 proof, there's a bunch of stuff that goes with it. It has to be produced by the same distiller in the same distillery in the same distilling season. It has to be a minimum of 4 years of age. It's got to be 100 proof. It's got to be produced in a bonded warehouse overseen by a bonder. I don't know. So, all right, let's get this thing on the nose. It's very subdued. It almost smells.
Subdued, yeah.
It almost smells like a muted Calumet 14, which we just shot.
We did, but I am getting maple out of this one.
Yeah, that's a little bit different. Not
Yes,
as much cherry.
Nope, there
for
was
me.
no maple in the Calumet 14, but I am getting a slight maple scent out of this. More so, like that's what hits my nose before like vanilla or brown sugar or any of those others. It's a very light maple note.
And all of the information for this whiskey is right here, along with my Sip It or Skip It tallies up to this point.
I was just going to pick it up and go, what's the proof on this? But
Yeah.
it's 100 proof.
And they're pretty good. I think Ben Holladay is pretty good at disclosing everything on the bottle, but I'm not going to take a look at all that stuff. So,
All right, so what are you getting
yeah,
besides
I got maple, and it's the standard right over the home plate bourbon. I get the vanilla brown sugar caramel.
Caramel.
And I think there is more of a maple note than a cherry note, but still, I think there is a cherry
There's a little
note
cherry
behind the maple. Almost like it's going to be a cherry maple syrup.
Which would be nice coming off the other one. I'm not getting a whole lot of earth from this, like a whole lot of wood scents or
Yeah, a musty note.
right, or like the other one, like a leather book smell.
Right. So 6-year as opposed to 14-year too. So this is going to be a little bit younger.
Okay, so what does that mean? The younger it is, the sweeter it is?
Not really.
The longer you wait, the more earthy flavors you get?
Not really. It could be anything.
Okay.
I'm just thinking that since you mentioned the leather note, I think this is going to have less leather than the Calumet 14 because of the age.
Okay.
Yeah, it smells pretty sweet, almost like bubblegum sweet.
Yeah.
All right, ready to get
Totally
on the
like bubble. Now,
Yeah.
so funny
Yeah.
how you're like power of suggestion.
is
You're like, oh,
amazing.
yeah, I do smell that. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Were you all finished?
Yes, it
Okay.
was.
Cheers, everybody.
Does that have a slight sulfur note on the back end?
It's got something funky on the back end.
Like at the first, when it first hits your tongue, you think, oh, okay, I'm going to like this. This is sweet. And then it turns, I don't know if it's sulfury or bitter or there's something there that
There
is like
is.
an unpleasant ending.
And maybe that's what people consider to be like a crafty note. Like smaller distilleries, not like mega huge legacy distilleries like Wild Turkey and Brown Foreman and things like this. Since this is a newer distillery, I think people might say that it has a craft side of things. Like it comes across as a little bit hay or a little bit corny.
Not like, haha.
Not haha, like Like, I don't even know how, like hay, like animals would eat hay.
Right. And corny as in like the flavor of husks or corn.
Right. Or even those little candy corns that come around during Halloween.
Oh.
There's a crafty note that people associate with barnyard corn. You're actually really tasting the grain that goes into making it. And maybe that's what I'm getting on the back end. I wouldn't say that that's very pleasant.
No, it's not. I didn't think it was pleasant.
I do
But-
like the way that it smells. Yeah. Let's try to get another sip in.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe it'll taste better on the second sip.
Cheers.
Usually does.
It does come across as pretty soft. It's actually really thin. Doesn't really stick around. It does have an earthy bitterness note to it on the back end that I'm not really fond of. Yeah. You think you're ready?
Yeah, it's like nothing special. So it's $74.99 is what was paid for it.
So 6 years,
So the second sip
$74.
was better than the first sip, but you still have that weird bitter aftertaste. So for me, I would say if I was building my collection, would this be compared to other bourbons that I've had? Would it be something that I would want to add to my collection again and again? And my answer would be no.
Same here. This would be a skip for me as well. I know there's a lot of people out there that are big fans of Holladay or Ben Holladay. I don't know if it's this bottle that they are fans of, or if they are fans of the single barrel or the higher proof version of this. My guess is people are probably going to gravitate a little bit more towards the higher proof version, and I think that's the one that they're saying, "Hey, you got to try that one."
Do you have that one?
We don't get it in our area. The only two that we have in our area is the soft red wheat and this one. So the Holladay and the Ben Holladay. I think the soft red wheat is just called Holladay soft red wheat, and this one's Ben Holladay. So that's kind of where we're at. It's a skip for both of us. I definitely think there are other lower proof options that are out there that would be better than this. And then just something that's coming to mind right now, I would actually reach for, and I'm not saying that this has the Jim Beam Black 7 notes to it or the nuttiness to it, but I think I would reach for a Jim Beam Black 7, which I believe is somewhere around $20, $27 over this one.
Have I tasted that?
Yeah, we brought it over to the house and we had some. So even though this is a pretty high price, I think you can, these are always my personal opinions, but I think there are better bourbons at lower prices out there at a comparable age, because the Jim Beam Black 7 is
7 years old.
7 years old as opposed to the Ben Holladay 6. So that's kind of where I'm at, and it would be tough to reach for this when I know the other ones are better. So skips.
Yep, skips,
Yep.
unfortunately. Man,
Yep.
2 skips in a row,
Yeah, 2
and
skips in a
bourbons.
row.
And bourbons are my go-to when I choose whiskey.
Yeah.
So
the next Sip It or Skip It is actually coming out on Christmas Day. So do you want to do that one?
yeah, I feel like we should put on ugly Christmas sweaters or something for that.
I don't have ugly Christmas sweaters.
I'm sure Mom's got. Did we get rid of?
I don't know. But anyway, that's where we're going to leave it for today. So wherever you're at in your journey, I hope you're enjoying it.
Because we are definitely enjoying ours.
And we'll see you guys next Wednesday.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm not going to take a sip of it.